at the National Gallery. Yeah, it's really exciting to be here. We're from Shell, and we're going to be discussing with you about our sponsorship of the gallery and how that helps us cover up our environmental and social misdeeds. Yes. Smearing our logo all over this institution has allowed us to carry on destroying communities and the environment without fear of repercussions. For example, in the Niger Delta. And our stakeholders can be assured that the public will associate us more with art than Arctic drilling. Yes, here at Shell we are committed to locking the UK into a future of fossil fuel dependency by lobbying against investment in cheaper renewables and energy efficiency. We help maintain fuel poverty, which keeps those winter fuel subsidies rolling in. And can we just say that we're very pleased that recently the National Gallery has suspended its union rep, has sacked their union rep, Candy Udwin. And we feel this is a really positive, shows a really positive commitment on the National Gallery's part to privatisation, and we fully support this attack on workers' rights. Yes, because come on, we all know that profit goes hand in hand with privatisation and corporate sponsorship. So we are delighted to see that the National Gallery are putting the needs of corporations like us before the public, before the environment, the workers and the artwork that it is keeping. Thanks for listening. We are Shell. Thank you. Thank you.
Enough! Enough! I'm sick of it. I'm sick of oil companies using art as a form of cheap PR in order to distract from their real deeds around the world. I am sick of fossil fuel corporations like Shell lobbying against climate policy, keeping us trapped in using fossil fuels, blocking clean energy, and then throwing a bit of cash at art galleries like this one in order to present themselves as responsible citizens. And I am sick of the National Gallery cozying up to destructive corporate sponsors like this one while treating its workers as though they are disposable. Right now, the National Gallery is planning to privatise 2/3 of the staff jobs of this gallery. 400 people's jobs and conditions at risk. And that's why hundreds of workers, members of the PCS union who work at this gallery, are on strike today. And that's why segments of this museum, of this gallery, are closed today. And so we're here to stand in solidarity with those strikers. We're also here to stand with Candy Udwin, who is the PCS union rep, a worker at this gallery, who essentially asked questions about the cost of the privatisation and was suspended and then sacked from her job merely for doing her job as a union rep and asking questions about the privatisation. So we are here to say, kick out Shell, bring back Candy! Kick out Shell, bring back Candy!
Members today in the National Gallery approaching their 40th day of strike action against privatisation. Now they're on this march. If you support the strikers and are against privatisation, shout your heads off as loud as you can.
I might say that it's our sponsorship that keeps these galleries running.
That's a lie. You contribute a tiny percentage of the funding of this gallery.
The National Gallery, and basically everyone. Sorry?
Public place, isn't it?
It's a private building owned by trustees, yes, that's correct. And we do obviously want all our visitors to come in here.
And learn about Shell.
Well, to be honest, guys, that's between you and Shell. You're in the National Gallery.
We love the National Gallery.
So
That's
do
why
I.
we're here.
So do I. Just for my part, but obviously the sponsorship deals is well above our heads as well as anything. Our job today is purely to ensure that any visitors come in, have a peaceful, quiet time, looking around the
Can
gallery.
I just ask you how you feel about the sacking of Candy because she stood up for workers' rights and responsibility?
I'm afraid I have no comment to make about that, okay?
You are trespassing. Stopping people that need to go out.
No oil sponsorship, no privatisation, free state candy.
Tropical Island style rhythms, really.
Can I just have your names? Is it all right?
No,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, but we're all on sort of CCTV anyway, so okay. But you're not from Shell, right? Did you ever mean to sort of say you were from Shell?
Pardon?
Did you ever mean to tell anyone that you're officially from Shell company?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you obviously came in disguised as Shell representatives.
Yeah.
Very interesting sort of, but that was never the case, was it?
No, it's all just performance.
Can I just say, did you actually believe when they entered the museum that they were Shell representatives? Is that what you're saying you believe
No, not
as
at all.
head of security?
No, I'm not head of security. No, the thing is, we saw them arguing with the people in there. We've got to take it on board that everyone who comes in here and makes noisy protests potentially has damaged the painting.
Are you in the PCS union?
I was.
You was. How come you're not in it now?
That's between me and my conscience.
Yeah. How long have you been working for the National?
About 10 years.
Oh, that's cool.
So I do understand the point of view from all sides, literally from all sides, from the point of the protesters' view, but obviously our job, and it's what the PCS members are here, is basically to protect the painting in public from any kind of what may turn out to be a threat to the paintings or...
Well, we think that Shell is a threat to the painting.
Let's look upon it from the PCS point of view, and even Candy's point of view.
Yeah.
The fact that the guys in the PCS she's representing are the very people who were basically asking you to leave because it was a protest. That's what they're
It's very difficult if it's someone's job though, because on the
It is their
day,
job.
you know, they've got to tell us
but
to
it's their
leave,
job
haven't
to
they?
ensure that we don't have any noisy or any disruption to the gallery to cause anything. That's their job. That's what they're employed to do. Now, it's a bit, I would say it's counterproductive what you were trying to do, but see it from their point of view. But that's what they're here for, to ensure that everyone can come in the gallery, have a peaceful time, and leave at the end of the day.
I mean, from our point of view, you know, Shell is a very damaging company, and I don't think they would have listened to us if we'd have just camped out nicely outside.
Well,
you know, I
that's
think
between
we've
you
got
and
to
Shell
go in there
and the trustees of the National Gallery, is it? That's your point of view. From our point of view, the very people that we're talking about, the PCS members, are the gallery assistants, the security, who are actually employed to prevent all...
But a lot of them might lose their jobs through the privatisation.
No, it's not. It's national. So, as you say, you need to get your facts right. The guys who are in there are basically the guys who the PSS are representing. So is it a bit kind of...
But I thought you were outsourcing private security because all your workers are on strike.
No, the gallery's open. If it was closed,
Yeah,
you
it's
wouldn't have
open
got it.
because you've employed, you've
there's
outsourced
the VSS staff.
security from...
The VSS staff, the guys who are actually working here.
Well, we've heard it from various people within the PCS union that that's not the case.
That's for them, but the guys, myself included, I'm not contract, I work for the gallery, so my colleagues work for the gallery. We don't work for contractors.
Well, we want it to stay that way, yeah, we don't want you to be contracted out.
So are you saying that there's no outsourced security in the gallery today?
Not in this part, no.
In any part of the gallery?
There has been for the Sainsbury, which everyone is aware of, yes. But the bits that you were in would actually belong to the VSS National Gallery
so
staff.
within the National Gallery today, they are outsourced private security?
They have been since last October.
Right, thank you.
Which the PCS are aware of that.
Yeah.
But the people that...
What was it you were saying about that you believe that Shell is possibly damaging
I need to go now.
the art?
Well, just because, you know, privatisation, if they're wanting to make profit, then they're not going to be, you know, spending enough money to keep the art maintained. You know, they're not necessarily interested in the art itself, they're interested in the image that they can use that art to project of themselves. So, you know, we're just very suspicious of a company which has nothing to do with arts or culture, you know, sponsoring a national gallery. You know, you've got to think, what are they getting out of this? And they just, you know, have a long history in the Niger Delta of, you know, not clearing up, you know, very toxic messes which have, you know, loads of people have died in those communities, and you know, now they're trying to drill in the Arctic, and there's a rig on the way now, you know, on the way there now. And like, do people know about it? And if people do know about it, they might say, oh, but that's Shell, they sponsor the gallery, you know, they must be good guys. So, you know, we're very suspicious of Shell sponsoring any arts or cultural institution, and we think that the National Gallery really needs to think about the interests of the public and the art that they're being trusted with. It's national heritage, and of course the environment.